Good morning. What? Your toe? Your owl? And your kitty and your doggy.
Elizabeth is ready though.
For Lizzie's breakfast, I'm gonna make her some banana pancakes, which I just do a banana, 1 egg, and then I add some pumpkin pie spice, and she loves it. Normally I have Monday off, but I am covering for my amazing bosses today. They took a much deserved vacation, but my plan for the day for spend Monday with us is just to kind of feel more day, but I also am going to drive out to our house because I believe they're pouring the foundation today. That's like a big monumental step in our house being built, is the foundation going in. Lizzie is in with my mom right now eating their breakfast, but anyway, I'm gonna go to the store for the first time in like 2 weeks, because when the COVID resurgence started, I just decided, I don't know, I just was like, I'm only gonna go into places if necessary. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do curbside. I'm not gonna do my fun little weekly Target trips. Sometimes it was twice a week, but I was just trying to keep it to a minute. Somebody finished her breakfast. No, really. Say hi. Hi. Good job. Hi. A lot of times my work time looks like this. I'm sitting here typing, getting work done. Oh, you're so cute. With a toddler. Are you a dinosaur? With a toddler very much involved in the process. And I love it. Sometimes it's so hard, but most of the time I love it. So we are on our way to Target. I decided to do Target instead of the grocery store because I enjoy it infinitely more. And I've got Lizzie with me. She hasn't gone anywhere in like 2.5 weeks, so I'm just trying to make an outing of this. And there's a Starbucks inside of this Target. Is there a Starbucks inside of every Target? Anyway, I'm gonna get her a cake pop because that's like her favorite thing. You want a cake pop? She said, yeah. I also think I'm gonna spend that time, the drive out there, talking about apraxia of speech, which, this is coming out of left field, but it's a huge part of our lives. Lizzie has apraxia of speech, and she's doing so good now, and I feel super confident in the whole situation. I was weary to talk about it at first because I was upset and thought it was going to be like this insane, crazy, impossible hurdle, and now I've seen that she's a freaking rock star and has blown her speech therapist away, who comes to our house twice a week. She is making up for so much lost time. Her speech teacher literally said she's never seen, in her 20 years of being a speech therapist, a kid suddenly start talking as much as Lizzie. Like, so quickly, so much, so fast. So I wish I would have talked about it earlier, because it does happen to kids, and I know that whenever she was first diagnosed, I really wanted to be able to connect with other moms and parents that have a kid that has apraxia of speech. So that's why I want to talk about it. Even if your kid doesn't have apraxia of speech and is just taking longer to start talking, it's just nice to hear from someone that is in the middle of it but also has seen progress, and it's just an encouraging update. So that's why I want to talk about on the way to my house later. But now we're here at Target, so I'm gonna go in. Good job! Look at my mouth. Cake pop. Cake pop. Good job! So that clip right before this one, where I'm trying to get her to say cake pop. Right now we're working on trying to get her to say 2-word combinations, because she has almost 100 words that she has said, which is so insane. And I'll get more into that whenever I'm talking about all this more in depth later. But cake pop is like a bunch of consonants all together. 2 vowel sounds, but like cake pop. And she's not doing the k yet. She does t or p instead, which is normal for every kid whenever they first are starting to talk, because k and g are like in the back of your throat and they can't like see your tongue and what your tongue is doing to make that noise. So it just it's a sound that comes later. So the fact that she was like cake pop, or the second time I think she said cake pop for cake pop, that's so huge. It's so cool. So what I had said I wanted to talk about on my drive over to our house was apraxia, and that's because I think it should be talked about more. You know, every parent that has a kid with a thing wants to like raise awareness and stuff, but really, like I said earlier, I just, in case there's any other parents out there that has a kid that is delayed in speech, or they feel like they might be delayed, or might even be wondering if they have apraxia. My phone just got really dark. I think it's because it's sitting majorly in the heat. Yeah, probably. Oops. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to put this content out there, and also just to talk about my daughter and our journey with apraxia. But basically what apraxia is, which I already kind of explained earlier, is the connection from the brain to the mouth. It's harder. It's like it needs to be worked out more than your average person who's learning to speak. It's a little bit harder, it's a little bit weaker, but most cases of kids with apraxia, by the time they're going to school, no one can even tell a difference. Like, the kid can tell a difference and knows that they have to work a little harder to like form certain words. And as your parents, you know your kid inside and out, so you probably notice a difference in like little unique inflections that they might still have in their words. But to like the average person that they're talking to and their teachers and their friends, like it's not even a noticeable thing unless it's along with other issues, or it's profound apraxia, which Lizzie was diagnosed with severe apraxia, which is one level below profound. It's mild, moderate, severe, and profound. So Lizzie was diagnosed in March. Like I said, we signed her up in October. In November, she and I both got the flu, and that put off a bunch of but speech lesson days. And then apraxia, I'm really messing up my words here. Insurance got messed up, and then the new year came and we had to wait for insurance to renew because it's done by the year, and so that took a while. So I feel like we really started diving in big time to having twice a week speech therapy appointments in our house at the end of January. And then by March, her speech therapist officially diagnosed her with apraxia of speech. And when she first started, or when we first signed her up, she was about to turn 2 because her birthday's in January, and she pretty much only said one word, and it was stop. And there's no S at the beginning. She says it like da, da, and it's really funny. But she had said mama before, she had said dada, but she never really said it on her own. And even when we would like ask her to say it, she wouldn't. The only thing that she ever really said was stop. So she basically had one word. And it stayed that way for the first couple months of having speech therapy. And fast forward to about a month ago, maybe a month and a half, or like 5 weeks or so, all of a sudden, explosion of speech. And she had been gaining words, like she said bubbles, she's trying to say mama and dada more, but we always had to ask her to say it. She was never on her own pointing to something and labeling it, saying what it was or asking for it. And then all of a sudden 5 weeks ago, boom, she says eyes, nose, mouth, ears, like says all this stuff. And I mean, she's not clearly saying eyes, nose, mouth. She says eye, no, mouth, like, but she has really good vowels. And so it's just been a huge leap all of a sudden, when she had been progressing this whole time. Like, she was definitely taking steps forward, but all of a sudden she just like skyrocketed. And that's when our speech therapist was saying, okay, I'm pulling into our neighborhood, so I just got excited. But that she had never seen this big of a jump before. So it's just been amazing. And like I said, she's almost at the 100-word mark. I can't tell what is going on with my phone. I hope it's not actually a dark picture. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about this for now because I'm about to pull over the house. But we'll talk more on it. I'm so excited. I can't believe it's poured. I can't believe this is the foundation of our house. I'm also overwhelmingly tempted to write in it, but I'm not gonna do it. So I just struggle to break rules. Yay! Here's the garage pad and everything from the back. Guys, I want to write something so bad. Here's our back porch. So this will be the back door, and then that over there is just an indentation. I think we're gonna build a outdoor countertop for our grill to fit in. Yeah. Well, that was an incredibly exciting and informative and hot visit to our house. While I was out there, the construction manager came by, just happened to come. I guess because they had just finished pouring the foundation. Like, I saw the workers leave the site like a few minutes after I got there, so they had just finished up for the day. So I guess he was coming to check it out, and anyway, he ended up talking to me for like 20 minutes, maybe more. And he's so nice, and just answered a million questions and offered up so much information. And he told me that foundation today, frame tomorrow. So cool! I had no idea it would happen that fast. I thought for sure the foundation would have to like sit for like a week before we start seeing frame go up. But he was like, no, like the week process, it's a whole long complicated explanation. So there is something that it takes a week for it to happen as far as the concrete. But that doesn't stop them from going ahead and putting up the frame tomorrow. And then he said probably mid next week we will see rafters going up. Ah! Can you say baby? Baby. Good job. Can you say cake pop?
Cake pop.
Good job. Can you say all done?
Done.
All done. Oh my gosh, she's crawling at me. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, this is not how my evening was planned. She skipped her nap today. It's the second time she's done that in the last 2 weeks. But the last time she did it, she was like wired all day, never acted tired. It's obviously a different story today. I was sitting here at my computer working. She was sitting on me. So here we are at 6 p.m. We're supposed to be having dinner right now, but this is just how it goes. And I know the years of her sleeping on me like this are coming to an end, so I will soak it up.
You say 10?
9.
Say 9.
8.
Say 8. Say 8.
8.
7.
7.
Lizzie's about to go to bed.
Say green.
We're trying to get her to say colors and numbers.
Say purple.
I thought I'd end the vlog here, and it was a lot of me just talking, but maybe I'll get better at better content in the future. But goodbye. Say bye-bye.
Yeah.